Hi guys, this is Jens again, and today we will be tying the Ray Charles Scud. And before we start with the tying part. I want to talk a little bit about where to and when to use. Not really when. I don't have that. Where and how to use this fly. Not when. When would be nice, but I haven't got too much into that yet. I haven't used it so much that I know too much about it. But so what I do know is that it is very good in large rivers in the western states, U.S., and small eastern streams, not too far into the technically eastern streams, small technical eastern streams. Not too far into the east, just kind of on the border. Yeah. That's pretty much it for that. And then how you should use it? You should use it probably under indicator in driftless region, and yeah, and then use it whistling behind Elcaire cicadas. Yeah, so today we'll be starting out by using 70 denier alter thread, size 10 scud hook with a bead on there. So we're just going to start our thread right at the bead. Oops. I'm using this bobbin again because my other bobbin is not really cooperating. It doesn't have adjustable tension really, so it's not my thread keeps breaking, where this one has a smoother for smaller. So you're just gonna wrap it, oops, cut off your tag end and then wrap it back to the bend of your hook. Doesn't have to be perfect, just good enough. Oops. I'm going to get it back up here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of scud back. This is clear tinsel, what I'm using right now. Or let's see here. You could use a little piece of, cut little strips of plastic baggie out. Let's see. And then you can use this tinsel, which is like $1 for a 1.75 ounces or something like that bag at like the dollar store, where it costs more to buy the actual scud backs, unless you're a person who wants the color, or it might have a little more durability, but this works pretty good, so I'm just using that for right now. So now you're going to tie that in. Oops. Want that right on top of your hook, so it's not going to be bending, because it's not going to stay flat. You want it to stay flat, and kind of you want to wrap it down right to the bottom of your hook, because you're going to be wrapping your other materials from the bend, and you want that because this is going to go right on top. So you're going to cut off your excess. Now what you're going to do is, one second, you are going to take, one sec, three long enough strands of ostrich herl, just a couple, not like the whole feather, just strands from the side of the feather. And what you're going to do is make sure they're all lined up. And you're going to put them together, all lined up. And you're going to tie those in. Same spot right at the bend of the hook, all together. You're going to tie them in all at once. Oops. I don't know what's happening in that one. Make sure that's secure, like it wasn't a couple seconds ago. Okay. Kind of clean it up just a little bit. Want that to wrap nice and even. Now if you want to, you can kind of even out thread a little bit. And then you're gonna take your 3 strands of peacock herl. Ostrich herl. And then you're gonna wrap it up to the bead. I'm worried that I won't have enough peacock herl because I've used up all my long enough strands for sure, but I'm probably gonna have enough. So you're gonna wrap that all the way up to the bead. Make sure they're about even, like in height. The little bristles are sticking out. Starting to get a little tight here. You're gonna go ahead, make that last wrap, and you're gonna make sure that's secure. Go and tie that off. Oh, oops, sorry about that. Herl doesn't, ostrich doesn't, and peacock herl doesn't never wants to stay. A couple wraps in front of it, and a couple wraps in behind it. Now you're going to cut off the excess. Try not to cut any of the bristles off. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your tinsel / whatever you're using, Scud back. I just had to trim it a little bit because I had too much and I didn't want to get it all tangled up. So now you're going to wrap it. You're going to take it and put it right over the top of that ostrich herl, and make sure it's directly just right on top of that. And you're not wrapping it like around it. You're just making sure that's laying on top so it looks like a scud back. Oops. Ooh. Right on top. And you want those little sides to stick right out. And you're going to secure that. Make sure that doesn't come loose. Cut off the excess. Couple more wraps just to make sure. There we go. Okay. It's almost done. Now take that. Okay. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna either whip finish, half hitch. I use half hitch tool, or whip. Like I said again. Like I said already. You could use a whip finish. I'm using a half hitch tool. And then if you don't have a half hitch tool or a whip finish, you can do is you take your finger. I showed this in my previous video. You go like this. You wrap it around, and so it kind of crosses over. Then you take that little space right there in between, and you put it on through the bottom. Then you take it. Oh, came back out. I'm just taking it off my finger because it's hard. Oh, shoot. I'm not very good at this because I don't do often. Then you go. So I just redid it. Take it and then let it go. Give it a couple twirls like this. Just twist it around like that. Not this way. Just that way. And that should kind of secure it. But then you just do it a couple more times. I'm just re-showing you it. So you people who don't have a half hitch tool or a whip finish, whatever you have. Or this is more of traditional fly tires way of doing it. Like I said, I'm not very good at it because I don't do it much. There we go. So now I'm going to show you with my half fish. Just doing the same thing, except it's got the little tube at the end. You can take it, make sure that gets over that bead in that eye of the hook. Right back there. Twist it. Take it. Oh, shoot. I might have to make a couple more wraps here. You don't want that bead bending back there. It's not good. So I'm going to... Sorry about this, guys. You just don't want that bead coming back up. It's not good. So you're just going to make some wraps just big enough so that bead kind of isn't come back. That's not good. Okay, sorry about this, guys. My thread came undone. So now what you do, if your thread comes undone, most people know this. Sorry about all these difficulties. I'm just... Second video. Okay. Okay, get that. One sec. Now you... Okay, cut off the... When it kind of snaps off like that, you want it to... Don't get too worried and try not to mess with the thread that was already there, because it might unwrap everything, and you don't want that. So, I mean, if it helps, a person might, after they're done with each material, they might wanna just put 1/2 inch after each material, so that way, if it does unwrap, it doesn't come off all the way. Luckily, I already did some 1/2 inches. I'm starting my thread again. Now you're just gonna take both. There we go. Okay, back to normal. As was doing earlier, I'm just continuing until that bead is snug on there. Okay, that's good there, and I'm gonna make a couple more 1/2 inches just to finish it off. This time I'll try not to break it. Okay. Remember to do those little twists at the end of each one. Make sure it's secure. One more after this. Okay, last one. Okay. Now you just cut off your thread. That's how you make the Ray Charels Scud. See ya.